The entertainment and arts industry has been hit hard by the coronavirus pandemic, with large gatherings being banned. This as government tries to limit infections by enforcing social distancing. To speak to us about that impact, I'm joined now via Skype by Bridget van Oorle, who is the publicist and owner of Buzz Publicity. Bridget, thank you so much for joining us this morning. You've been in this part of the entertainment industry since the 90s already. What are you hearing from your colleagues in the industries, from the actors, from the singers, from the musicians? How are they feeling at this time? Because the gig economy is one of the first economies or first parts of the industries that have really been hit hard already.
I think there's huge concern, and it's not only from the performers and the musicians and the artists, it's from technical people, it's art designers, it's administration people, it's PRs like myself, it's ushers, it's people at box office. I think it's hit the industry really, really hard. And if you've been following the conversations that have been going on, people are very nervous, they're very scared. We were sitting in a bad economic situation before this happened, so people's gigs were cut, shows were made shorter, the economy was tighter, and the COVID-19 has actually put a big knock on our industry, on the creative industries as a whole.
Now, making a life from being in the entertainment industry or being in the arts is already difficult to begin with, and people take on different things. They teach, they give workshops, they do all kinds of things so that they can continue to follow their passion and make a living that way. We're now at the time of the month where people start thinking about how they're going to pay their rent. Is that part of the conversation? Is there any talk of any kind of relief coming from government or other organizations to help people in this industry faster than they would other industries that will only be feeling the ramifications further down the line?
I think you've hit the nail on the head, just in the fact that people were teaching workshops, they were doing a lot of things, they were training, there were a lot of things happening to make your money and to pay your rent. One of the biggest concerns that I have seen happening, and I think it's right across the board, is that people are worried about how they're going to pay their rent. Huge jobs have been cancelled, especially in the light of March, usually with the celebrations, with Human Rights Day happening, a lot of concerts happening, a lot of shows happening, and everything's been pulled. People have been talking about having to approach the department to see if they can help. I know that there's also a small business fund that has been set up by the Small Business Ministry. I don't know how many people that will help, because do we have to be registered to be able to call on that help? Will the ministry step in? That's a question that us artists and creative industry people do need to follow up and to look at, because it's not only about rents and things like that, it's about utilities. Are the city councils going to be able to give artists a few months hiatus in paying what we need to pay? And when I say artists, I mean the entire creative industry. And I know that it's not only the creative industries that have been hit, but the creative industries gigs were the ones that were pulled first, because of the amount of people that do attend concerts, because of the amount of people that go to events. So there are a huge amount of people right across the country, right from rural areas, community areas, and in the cities that are not working and don't have money and don't know how they're going to support their families, pay rent, school fees. It's a huge concern for people, and people are very, very stressed about it.
Unfortunately, we've run out of time. We're going to have to leave it there, but obviously a very important conversation, and it seems that more and more of the people who make their livings in this industry now more than ever need to band together and talk with a united voice so that they can get as much help as possible for as many of them as possible. Bridget van Oorle is a publicist, a veteran publicist and owner of Buzz Publicity. We thank her for her time.